Hi, I want to discuss with you a little topic called the scales and weigh-ins. So today, all I'm doing is sharing with you a little activity that helped me devise a new positive relationship with the scales instead of the negative one that I held on to for so long. So for at least 10 years, I would weigh myself absolutely every single day, and that number that I saw on that scale would define my mood for the day. It's either going to make it a good mood or a bad mood. And realistically, it had nothing to do with the number on the scales, but I let it. So how many of you have actually been told before by a health professional, it's just a number, don't let it have any attachments, just deal with it, get over it? Whilst I think what they're saying to you is completely 100% true, and it is just a number, but unfortunately when you're in the dieting cycle, that number is representing either success or failure of your actions. So when you do consistently do things in diets, you do receive, a response on the scale, which is a number reflected of those actions that have been done consistently. Some weeks you do the same thing, but your body doesn't respond the same as the week before. So you can be made to feel like crap if you haven't lost weight. And it's all mindset. So all I'm going to share with you today is just this really simple, quick exercise that you can do. I've been the personal trainer that's seen the look on the people's faces and not had enough time to discuss with them the emotional stuff around that weigh-in that made them feel terrible. So I understand both sides of the coin. I know how it is to feel terrible because that number's representing something to you, and I also know how it is to feel that person really just needs to recognize and see who they are more and not let that number define them. So as a personal trainer, sometimes you get stuck with clients, for that half-hour session that you're meant to be doing a physical activity because that's your job, as well as, a lot of other hats that you wear as a personal trainer. But you end up having a half-hour conversation with them about all the guilt and all the bad stuff that's happened to them on the weekend, and you don't get to train them. You don't get to do your job. So that can be draining in a way as well. All we're doing here is grabbing a pen and paper, writing down in the middle of the square the word scale, and put your name there and draw some lines off to the side. I'd recommend trying to aim for about 50 different thoughts, getting them out on paper. Allow yourself 10 minutes after you weigh yourself to go through this. And if you're doing it, as a personal trainer, if you're sharing this video, I recommend that your clients get weighed at the end of the session so they have 10 minutes to sit with the pen and paper, and you can go on to your next client and you can help them disengage from all that negativity surrounded and associated with the scales and weigh-ins. So just draw the circle in the middle saying scale and your name, Beck, and just write down everything negative that comes up when you weigh yourself. I recommend 10 minutes I used to allow myself for this one to just get all that negative affirmations out. So closing your eyes, allowing yourself to see that negativity and those words and those phrases. Visualize yourself on the end of a cliff. You're not going to jump off. We're going to drop the words off here. So you're going to pretend like you've got those words in your hand and literally let go. So as you let go of those words, you're disengaging from them. Sit there for a moment and trust yourself. There is a positive message that is trying to break through those negative ones. We're going to try and do this as often as possible so that positive message becomes habitual. It is so much more productive for you to think positively about yourself than it is negatively. And affirm that you deserve those positive messages that your body and your brain is trying to tell you. The more you do this, the more positive you're going to feel about the scales, and the more empowered you're going to feel about what you're doing in that fitness program, or what you're doing with the foods that you're consuming. And when you see a number that you don't like, you're going to still feel empowered, because all of those positive messages that you thought that you didn't deserve prior because you only could listen to the negative, they're going to be there more often. So you're going to just put your hand on your heart and allow yourself to receive those messages. As I said, give yourself 10 minutes to do this. The more frequently that you do it, the more continuously that you do it, the easier it's going to be. You're stripping back layers every single time that you do it, so you don't have to readdress it. It's honestly such an amazing exercise, even though it sounds really simple. It's so good. So that's all I've got for you today around weighing yourself, but don't worry, almost every second person feels like crap about weighing themselves. It's about disengaging from those thoughts and feelings around that particular thing that's going on at that point in time for you, and just allow yourself to be great. There's so much in you to be a bigger and better person than you are right now. You just need to see what other people see in you. So thank you so much for watching this video today. Be brave, be you. You are enough. See you later, guys.